We've been talking about all the invited teams being knocked out. Both of these teams are invited and were invited, so therefore we do have two top teams that have managed to make it through. Got to find out exactly who's playing for FABRIKEN because they have quite a list of players. I can see they have LATEKS, Leodeddz, Zyppan, Shadowlols, and Meddo. And for the Royals, we have Russ, Kpiz. I didn't quite catch the last man there.
Kasper, Russ, Hype, DPS, and Kpiz. I'm assuming they're all
It is, yes. Hype, Kasper, and DPS, yes. So it's the roster that is correctly listed. Good to see. Let's see how this one lays out as we get ourselves in position for the first round. Pistols, so important into setting the pattern for this. And, of course, being on this map, that's a very fast plant. DPS, though, does actually get the planter. Did he get the spike down in time? He did not. That must have been on the mark.
Good shock bolts, yeah. We'll eventually get planted, though. Hype going to be covering that off. And, again, you're not really escaping that. But then they put the paint shells directly on top of them, so you're not really going to be able to run or hide in that situation either way. So far, a good retake off the bat. 2 players down.
DPS coming in. Can try and start the defuse, try and draw the attention. It's going to be straight through from you all. That's a quick double, actually. Meddo doing some great work there with the Ghost. Gets himself one down, sees the man. That was cheeky, trying to stick the defuse. Like, hang on a minute, was there one more still there? We'll manage to find it. So, want to quickly pick your brains. Now that Valorant is out, where do you go in the pistol? Because I did notice, actually, there's a few people that tend to favor the Ghost, which is fine because it's very accurate.
Oh.
I've started to go a bit of classic and armor.
I go abilities.
Abilities.
Because I feel like abilities are. Oh, it depends on the character.
Depends what agent you play.
If you're Sage, like your barrier orbs or just your wall alone is like more valuable in a pistol round than you having a Ghost, unless you're someone really good. So in my case, I buy the barrier orb, and then sometimes armor. I think it's very agent dependent. Obviously, the Ghost is really good, but it's not. I mean, most of the time you're gonna be finding at a range that you're not gonna one-shot with the Ghost anyways. I feel like so. I don't know. I think it's just personal preference, but I think abilities do have a heavy lean into your decision. Oh no, they have a shorty there in there.
Oh, there's painted shells he got. Yeah, son. Rust going down. Nothing you can do about that one. And Zyppan with the Phantom early on. That's a heavy investment straight out. Nice to see the Owl coming out early on. That's surely doing work. LATEKS in the end will come around with the Spectre and clean up, but that got costly for them. And now Meddo, realizing there is one still lingering behind. Yeah, that shoulder peek working out well for him. Will finally get it down with Bulldog in the end there. Took a lot of people a long time to get used to that. You know, the spray. It's a weird one, right? The three burst ADS, but spray without ADS.
Oh yeah, no. The amount of people I see in like
even still, yeah,
in save rounds,
yeah,
and they pick up a Bulldog and they try to like ADS and spray, and then they realize, or even though it's the same with the Guardian, right? Because it's a one tap the whole way, and they try to spray with it, and they realize, oh, I only shot 1 bullet, or oh, I shot 3 and then stopped. Oh yeah, you're not. There's no point to chase this down either. That's the thing. If he kills you, you lose a gun, but he won't do either of those. So fault. 2-0 start for FABRIKEN. I honestly have them pitted as like the team to beat. In this one, they should be the favorites. Like a lot of their players have been playing a lot of tournaments, and I know they've been grinding it out quite a bit. I think even Meddo and Zyppan are in one of these discords that I'm in where it's a lot of in-houses to get better.
We saw them playing in the Lava series. I don't think they were... Well, yeah, they were as FABRIKEN then. So we've seen them playing a bunch from Recast, and that was right at the start, early beta.
Why did he put it on the ground there?
You can jump it.
Yeah, you can jump it, and most people are going to be walking through there anyway. I mean, we'll see if it works out. I mean, if they have a boom bot as well, it's going to destroy it, and they do have one.
He's trying to catch people out, right? That's the point. I guess not expecting it.
It won't
run around the corner
quick. It's going to kill it. It's going to run straight
through it. Boom bot will, yeah.
Yep, there it goes. So, put it a little bit higher, then I don't think it actually will tag it.
Our carrier's dead.
She's still staring at that food.
Quickly taken down. Meddo comes through, gets himself a quick double. Kasper and Russ down. As Kpiz trying to hold them at bay, but that's going to get caught out. The paint shells can't heal through that one. Zyppan doing the job with the raise. And now that is going to be Sight very much in control. I think it's going to be a simple save here.
Deploying drone.
And that will make it 3-0. Great start for FABRIKEN here.
Using the owl drone as well. She, I swear, she's staring at me. She's like, yeah, you and me. She's like, I know one of you has food.
My puppy.
Should be looking at FABRIKEN because not only do they have dough on their sides, they won the first 3 rounds. They're going to have the extra guns on top of that. And they have a 3rd round to boot. So a good start here for FABRIKEN. Really putting on a dominating showing so far. Again, this map, it's a little bit more balanced in terms of rounds, but it's mostly about the retakes out of the defending side, especially towards that B side. As we did the first match, you know, remember, we saw, I think it was Clowns actually lean very heavy to the 3-man defense on the B site. And there you go, good start.
Meddo started off great. 6 kills without reply so far for him. See how it progresses here. As FABRIKEN on the attack. They've done the classic, leave the spike in sight. Is that who's going to realize and go back and get it? There we go. Who left the spike inside? Oh, I don't want to carry it. I'm not carrying it. I'm not the carrier.
Oh, nothing tilts me more than playing a game and everyone pretending like they don't see it.
Yeah.
Like, what spike? What are you talking about? I was already at A. I was already at B. I was waiting to push.
I mean, is it so hard to carry it to like the halfway point and then drop it?
Exactly.
And they're like, no, I'm not carrying it. Nothing to do with me.
Aldron coming in from the A site. Gonna go through the teleporter. Some little bit of information, but they should have already known there's players here. I think it's more about the peak. And look at this. First 2 shots come through. Big kill out of Shadows. Actually gets it with the aftershock. And now, well, the B site, I don't know what you do from here. It's gonna be a 2-on-5. Flash points perfect. They have reach.
Yeah, they've got this absolutely down. DPS picked off as well. So a 4th round without reply for FABRIKEN. There's nothing that Royals can do about that one. Even forcing in with the Marshal as well on long, trying to draw something out like that. Didn't really work out for them. Can do a lot of damage if you can catch that headshot well. And looking at LATEKS, it did catch him. You can see 49 health, stripped his armor off. So he did land the shot, but unfortunately doesn't have the stopping power around this time when everybody is fully geared up that they required. So
this is not looking good for Royals. Like, FABRIKEN didn't lose a single player in the round. I mean, this is probably, Shadow Low is probably the best breach we've seen so far in the tournament. Like, we haven't seen, I mean, you're not really going to get an aftershock kill. It's not really going to happen, but I think the placing of where he put it was stupendous.
More importantly, not using the Sage either, and still paying off for them.
Yeah, I think
crazy. It's become more common than
to not use her.
Yeah, well, it used to be that Sage was just the 100% everybody has to have a Sage.
Yeah, mandatory.
And now it's sort of become it is not as mandatory anymore with the amount of nerfs she's gone through, which I think probably rightly so. But look at that double op setup, DPS and Russ now. Let's see what they can do, Royals. This is the full investment. This is the one they need. FABRIKEN so far have been unstoppable.
It doesn't seem like FABRIKEN have been challenged either. That's kind of the scary part, right? There hasn't been too many close rounds, except I guess the pistol round. Even then, they're still able to close down again. I talk about the defaults, right? I talk about that all day long. They're watching a Bass push. They're watching a short push. They're watching a B short push. And they're watching a B long push. So they're trying to feel out, prevent Royals from doing anything a little bit too cheeky. Don't give them any early advantages. And then they group up and they hit. And they're also even not too scared to go for these one-on-ones. I mean, you see Leo, he's going to be here to get the refrag, or I guess the Arrays will be here to get the refrag. Or maybe I was right the first time. And even put a Sage wall up a little bit, I want to say a little bit preemptively.
I mean, it worked because the blast pack sort of peek around was what they were trying to get the headshots, and it would have maybe caught Kasper off guard.
So they're not like facing from CT or anything. Like they have like Cypher could be holding this angle, and he has a vision. And then they have Brimstone watching long. I don't know why the Sage is there, actually. I think that's kind of the gamble they're making of, all right, they're probably going to go B, so let's put 3 here. But as we can see, they're heading back towards the A side here, Demon.
So, holding the angle, DPS. I hate holding the angles in this game. I still, Pika's advantage and all that, you know, there's a lot of talk about it, but I still feel it doesn't go my way every time I'm holding the angle. I think Old Man Reaction's probably more importantly. That was not Old Man Reaction. Zyppan catching Hype completely off guard. The Rolling Thunder going through into heaven as well, trying to catch the man off guard. You can see the one was about to peek there until the Brimstone smoke comes straight down on top of him. Now Shadow Lulz,
They're saving.
holding U-Haul. Yeah, I mean, they've got to. They double invested with the double AWP, all the rifles. I don't know whether they've managed to save both AWPs or not. Ops or not. It does look like they have, yeah, Russ and DPS, so they have to try and hold on to those weapons. Otherwise, they're looking at a 7-0 boss, possibly. Starting the game, will start to run away from them.
I like how they dealt with DPS on Sova, on his op. They use the Aldrome. Again, I talked about this before. We see a lot of teams use this. You take it, you come around corners with it, you try to force the enemy to change their angle or to force them to go for the shot in a different position, like obviously aiming higher than they normally would. Aldrome comes around the corner, he shoots at it, he backs away. They get that extra ground, they put the sky smokes down, they eliminate any angles yet again for the operator, and they take the site. And that's what I want to see. And I think maybe FABRIKEN might be one of the best teams well, definitely the best team we've seen today, I'd say, with the use of their utility and the way they're taking these sites. Honestly, this could be, if they keep this up, with what I'm seeing out of them, this could be a quick 2-0. I need to see more out of Royals. I need to see the gambles pay off maybe. I need to see them get aggressive towards some of these sites for some early information. They have pushed fast this time. Again, Cypher's just going to be holding it, which, he's fine doing. They even have a trapwire watching a flank from short. They have the read.
Don't forget, it is a best of 3, so this may this may just be a case of it's not Royals' map. It's not a good map for them. I don't know how the pick and bans went for them, as Russ does get the starter onto Shadow. So finally, something going Royals' way. They reposition around to check into window. See, Russ finds the second as well. Zyppan picked off, and that's now giving the impetus for them to pick up the round, but it's far from over as the spike does work its way to long. So it's going to try and play into the op in action as, he's holding it behind them smokes. He's going to get double pushed through here. Hype will get Meddo down, but now Kpiz will find one. The second pushes through, takes their head off, and it's a flawless round. That's what they needed. The Royals in the game at last.
Yeah, really banking on those ops. By the way, I did actually have Toffee message me earlier on in the first game we did from Clowns, and he said that Russ guy's pretty good. He dropped 30+ kills against them in their map. Oof. And I mean, it's taken a while for him to come online here, but you see him get the nice double there with the operator this time. Currently on 2 kills. I mean, they have been saving a lot of their rounds, so kind of understandable. But now it's about FABRIKEN answering the double op setup. They got maybe a little bit lucky the first time. And this time now, they know it's a double op. They should be a lot more prepared for the angles they're going to be going for. They go for a short peek and still gets the kill, and the res immediately. That paint shells might come direct on top of him, as well as the blast packs. They get the kill either way. Wasted res, 2 kills, and Kpiz repeaks.
Yeah, managed to get the op off Russ though, so does manage to rescue that and get the kill, but it's cost them. So a 4v3. Meddo had such a great start to this game. Great to see the Aldrome, by the way. We were talking about that in the first game of the day, the Aldrome not really being used. Got tagged up by the first. How did LATEKS manage to avoid that? Should have gone down there. Actually, that's a real misfire, if anything. That's almost like you're spamming the ult instead of actually aiming it. Oh, okay. Showstopper! Oh, Hype. Did manage to get Leodeddz there, but you got to feel he should have had them both there. I don't think he quite had the time to flick down and hit the ground between the two.
Well, he went through the teleporter before it blew up, so he didn't die from it. It was a really, really quick, smart play out of LATEKS to avoid the double kill and give them a chance still in the round. But it's still going to be tough, though, right, Damon? Because it's still a 2-on-3. The site they're heading towards will have a Cypher, will have a Sage. There's no trap wires down. I'm imagining there's no cyber cages either. And we know there's no barrier orb out of Sage anymore. There's no res. My Kasper, nice shot. Maybe he doesn't need trap wires. Maybe all he needs
10 seconds, just got a delay. Doesn't matter. Finds the headshot. LATEKS down. And while it was looking like FABRIKEN were going to run away from this one, the Royals have put a strong 2 rounds in now. So full Phantom round, it seems. No ops. Maybe that's something they're deciding, okay, Russ, the op maybe isn't working. They're not giving you the time on it. They're actually reading into this. Look at that. They've got 4-stack on A defense here. They've heard or seen, or they are expecting something. And they've read well into this.
Oh, they're going for it.
He's going to push, isn't he, Hype? Yeah. Going to get the peek. Doesn't see anything. The owl drone in their face. Going to get the
He's dead.
paint shells out. No way out of that one. Zyppan takes him down with the showstopper, but Russ will get the flame down. So Kpiz backs off, and, well, the 4-stack kind of backfired the aggression. Zyppan sending the boombot around the corner, but won't find anything, and now it's back to checking and trying to get a pick.
I don't think actually that aggression, I mean, whether or not it was the right move, I don't think matters, because the result is they pulled out 2 sky smokes from the enemy team. So the smokes aren't going to exist anymore to hit the site, and when you run double op setup, that's perfect. They have nothing to block you off. This should be the last sky smoke coming through.
But
we'll cover. Oh, and he can't even go into lamps either. So this should be the skin on the Cypher. Russ gets 1 kill. That's from Bass. He alleviates any pressure from there. Overstrike comes in as well, forces them now into the lamp position.
All into you all. All of them stacked in there. DPS, and look what's coming in behind them. We're going to try and get it around the side. It's taken them that long to try and get it down as Russ and Kasper completely pin them down. His Sage is coming around the backside, and just the one-man breach standing. Kpiz, they kind of know where he is. They know he's in Newhall, so it's Shadow that's just trying to hang on with his op and do what he can. But 15 seconds on the clock, it's a long time to try and just stand there and stay static. Sees the one beautiful flick shot into Kpiz.
Yeah, no time. He's going to run away. Like I said, make sure to save the operator, which he's going to be doing. Yeah, I mean, that push was just really kind of questionable at first, but the results you can't argue with. And again, double ops working wonders. Gets Royals now 2 rounds back-to-back. FABRIKEN, they were up by 5 rounds, and they've lost the last 3 now.
I mean, it showed the benefit, and you talked about the smokes. Obviously, they didn't have the smokes there, but it showed the benefit of the orbital strike to go there and just absolutely stop them dead in their tracks.
Yeah, so orbital strike, I mean, in general, is more of like a area denial. On this map, there's like 1 position and 1 position only it ever really nets you kills, and that is in towards U-Haul, or towards that lamp position. So by putting it behind him, either forces them back to their side of short and buys time, or he forces them forward into U-Haul, and then you funnel them into a tight area. It's like shooting fish in a barrel with, you know, an operator. And, I mean, I don't think even you or I can miss those shots.
Oh, Shadow, if only he'd have known, he'd have pulled the trigger. Would have caught one there, but waits for the smoke to dissipate instead, and does give them time in the window to gain the intel that they needed. But now we're seeing Apostle rotate. Is the Cypher going to stick around? Looks like he will, as information's gathered. So I like the fact that FABRIKEN did use the Cypher to set himself, or at least a tripwire, just to make sure they didn't get caught from behind. There wasn't a push from A site from behind, and it's actually left Royals second-guessing themselves, and the Cypher has rotated back to A site, whereas we can see clear as day it is going to be a B.
So they're working their way up. Sovens, I mean, they still have the Sage Wall, so it's not like they're going to be able to cleanly get in towards the site. She's playing up close to. There's the wall to come down to buy some extra time. Zyppan gets the kill, though. That's the first. They're going to come through the teleporter. Even the aftershock was used to force them out of position. And Russ, he connects onto 1, but Shadows responds just as quickly. Cypher, be careful. His paint shells come through and do knock him down a bit of health.
I know exactly.
Site's still going to be theirs.
Yeah, Zyppan knows exactly where they are, so it's just going to be the raise. Come from behind. Kasper on the Cypher.
No time, though. If
Already trying to cover them off. He has to get the plant down. Zyppan was taken down. It did get the plant down. It wasn't the carrier. Close one. Shadow's going to peek. That's going to be with an up close and personal. Height the last man. Will just back and save. And see if he can collect himself an op on way, which is what he's looking for, but not going to happen. 6-3. FABRIKEN back on the board after 3 strong rounds for the Royals. They've got enough bank, though, so it's not going to hurt them too hard. Oh, let's say that. One was on 2,000 there.
Yeah, so they changed also for originally it was like 12K your money cap, and now it's down to 9.
Yeah.
So investing into like double operators or even just 1 operator is really tough to do if you lose control of it. And they have lost, you know, both of them here. FABRIKEN's trying to hunt down this last weapon again, keep this economy game strong. I don't even know if bolts go through the teleporter. I wonder if they do.
No, I don't think they do.
Because abilities go through. How sick would that be though if you could shoot through the teleporter? You could like wall them from B site into the teleporter to hit them at A as they come out of spawn.
Get them out of showers, yeah. Would kind of suck. I do remember, like, the first time. Everybody remembers the first time they played this map, and everyone's like, wait, how the hell did they just come from behind us? You're like, you have no clue about the teleport system or anything like that. The very first time you play Valorant, you're just like, what is happening? And then nobody ever gets caught out by it again. As soon as you hear that sound, everyone's like, oh.
Yeah, it's basically, it's an omen ult, right?
Yeah.
Camera taken out.
It's a global taunt.
It's like Twitch in League of Legends early days.
Oh, don't even.
You
Don't
hear
even
that? You
start
hear
on
that little sound, and everyone's like, "Where is he? Where is he? Where is he?" Kpiz though, a lot of work to do here. Let's get a triple push on B long. B site seems to be the place to go for FABRIKEN. It's what's been working for them. The A site hits were not successful, so they've decided to switch things up. There was the breach pushing through. As Kpiz will dodge that one very nicely, really well. Skipped out of that one in elbow. Will though his teammate get it picked off? So Kpiz has gone down, and this is very much full site control. I'd be surprised if they try and go for the retake here, because they really don't have any information gathered. And completely smoked off. Russ is just trying for the hopeful shot. There is one player stuck at the moment down towards elbow. Yeah, okay, they just got to back away and save.
Yeah, you have to. Again, you can't let these operate. Thing is, like the rounds Royals have gotten, like 2 out of the 3 have been from the double op setup. So again, when that's one of your win conditions, or that is your win condition for a round, you're not going to see very many retakes. Their whole goal is to stop you before you get into the site, or maybe funnel you towards the A site where the operator has a lot more freedom. So it's a very risky play, high risk, high reward. And while you're seeing the risk not work out for them so far, 7-3 now for FABRIKEN as we move into the last 2 rounds here of the half. I mean, it might be, I was talking to Ryan Central in chat, he's saying this is basically El Clasico between these two teams as they seem to meet at some point or another in every tournament. But FABRIKEN's, they're running away with it. I mean, if there's no double ops or they just don't die to the operators, they seem to win the rounds.
I mean, I don't know. I've seen this map so many times, and so often I've seen it, while it's 50%, I've seen it often go the way of the attacker.
It depends on how you do it. If you come in with 5, like you shouldn't be able to hold. Especially towards the B side. I think that's where we're seeing B hit so often in these games, is because it's so hard to retake.
It's a long rotate as well.
Yeah. That's why there's teleporters.
I mean, that's probably why we're seeing a lot of people stacking a triple on B these days, as opposed to the triple on A, as somebody gets their Discord message. It is going to be a re-rotate. Okay, so with the spike carrier picked off like that, I'm surprised they didn't follow that up.
It's still, well, I'm assuming this. Actually, I don't know if he died
if they
from
realized
short
this,
or from long.
Yeah.
But even so, they killed the Brim, which is huge. Because again, the operators, right, they're really strong. Smoke's the best way to deal with it. They don't have smokes.
Big work from Hype there. So 2 down for FABRIKEN. Big chance for Royals to regain control of this. Look at the information play. The Sage going for the big push down over on B long. Trying to get everything they can. Now the rotate comes in from heaven. Russ is still holding that angle at Showers, but now we can see, obviously, with the beauty of the Observer, that we know they're not coming that way, but it doesn't matter when DPS rotates into heaven like that. And the AWP comes into work, and we're talking about that double EP setup. This is, again, the Royals with the double AWP, and it seems to be working for them again.
I feel like my head can't contain how big my brain is right now. I mean, that's the down, like...
Just pat yourself on the back.
Kinda. That's like the really risky part, right? To having your Brim by himself. Like, it's the same thing as like Sage back in the day. Is like you never really want to see Sage be the aggressor, because if she dies, you lose so much. Well, in this team that doesn't have any backup smokes, no Jet, no Omen, you lose him, you have almost no... You should have no chance to stop double operators from killing you when you push into a side, as we did see Kpiz get a quick double.
Yeah, it is literally your only smokes on the team. So once they lose him, it's a problem. We'll see how that affects them when we go into the next side.
Well, it's more of the lack of Sage that's going to hit them hard on the defense.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was fancy.
Ew.
But the lack of Sage, right? Because they don't have the barrier to slow them down. They don't have the slow orbs to slow them down. They don't have the ability to necessarily early peek because they need heals.
Look at that. Meddo, 6-4-0. He was 6-0 after 2 rounds. He's not got a kill in the last 9 rounds. So that's pretty big.
I mean, I'm happy if I can ever get 6 in a game.
Showstopper. Uh-oh. He wants to get boosted around. Nicely worked from the Cypher there. Slow it down, run away, heard it coming. not going to get caught out, and also going for the heavy rotate as well to try and take advantage of it. But look at that, we see the ping go down, so they're well aware, the Royals, knowing exactly where they went, reading that situation well. Now they're going to come through. The Rolling Thunder's going to try and come down. The Orbital Strike trying to cut them off in U-Haul, but we can see it didn't actually really make much effect. The Boom Buddy coming through, Kasper gives the information away, and they will get the spike planted, but it's going to be a 5-on-5 on the retake.
Oh, double up retake, okay. I was gonna say it's really difficult, but not if Kasper and Kpiz both get a kill apiece as well. That 5-on-5 turns into a 5-on-3, potentially 5-on-2 as Hype is up against Sova. I don't know if that's going to come in and give them that information where the last remaining players will be. He's pretty much locked off, but somehow Leo peeks the corner, gets the kill. Kpiz going for the flank. There's a man in Bass. The Orbital Strike's in his zone completely out, and DPS now looking to stick this one. He's going to have to push through the smoke. And he missed the shot.
That could have been the double. I mean, we could see Kpiz was coming in behind him, but I don't think it would have worked out either way. But that was so close to the double on the defuse. But 7-5 in the half, that's a good comeback from the Royals, considering they were looking at a runaway game at one point for FABRIKEN. So they managed to work it well. Let's see what this works out as, though, in the attacking half for the Royals, and see what they've got in their locker.
I'm curious how they're going to even defend this. I mean, Sage is obviously a big deal, but I don't think it's a make or break, especially if you have players who are extremely well drilled. Zyppan on 10. On the side, pretty even. I mean, Kpiz is on 4, but their highest I think was like 7 or 9. I don't know. I'm bad with numbers. But they do have. Okay, so Cypher's going to watch for any push from A. The rest of them are going to go for a peek. It looked like just for a quick peek over towards long B. But I think they're hoping, to actually try to spot, I think, where the Sova is going to be necessarily, if he's going to be over towards A or towards B, waiting for that recon bolt to come through. But you can see they're trying to use the camera. Once they come around this corner, you can see the flashpoint come out. They're going to peek it and look for the kill. Wait, did they not see the camera? go to one of their point of views. Oh, it's over to the side. That's why. Oh, it's in such a tough position. This is going to be bad.
Flash going through. Let's see if it works out. He did manage to flash them all up. Oh my word! That was executed to perfection. That was a beautiful defense from FABRIKEN.
Where was that camera? Someone has to show me it. Why it was so hard to see.
It was just on the left. You could see it was just by the teleport. Effectively.
Yeah, but they didn't see it. That's the part that confused. How did they not see where it was? That had to have been some tricky angle.
Trixie Cyphers.
What? I really want to know where that was. I really want to see it. I'm trying to watch it back on Twitch here, but that was that won in the round. That camera won in the round.
Yeah. I mean, the flash as well. The flash caught all 4 of them off guard, but as you say, the camera's the one that gives them the chance. Beautiful. Shooting fish in a barrel. Owl drone through. Battlebot. Oh, not going to get unleashed by Hype. Hype's so pumped off that as they come on through. Let's see if it works out. Sees the one in there. Doesn't work out. Zyppan gets the double with the Spectre. And you can see LATEKS easy for him there. Picking them off from heaven. And a simple round in the books for FABRIKEN. 9-5. As expected, they do get the second round in the books after winning the first. So now the Royals into the rifle. They have to get themselves some points on the board, but Jason, they just keep leaving that spike in the sight. Spikes at the spawn, boys, and Brimstone goes back to get it.
Out of charges.
Oh, this is tilting to me. It was such good camera work, because I'm watching the replay back of the pistol round, that you don't actually get to even see the camera. Oh, I really want to see where that was.
We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. See if he does it again. I mean, I'd be surprised if it falls them again, but he may do it in another round or two. There's the flash. Meddo comes out. DPS with the double. So the LATEKS and Meddo combo this time not working so well. Shadow's still holding. Going to go for the second flash. Second flash comes out. They quickly dodge out of the way of it. Nicely worked from Kasper there. Does manage to avoid the damage. And now the Royals with a big advantage here in a 4-on-2.
Oh,
they do have... Do they expect the one on site, though? I'm not too sure.
They're going to clear it. They're going to have to. I mean...
Zyppan's going for the beat. Comes around. The parrier's there as well. He gets the double. Oh, my word. It's cost them. And now we're into a 2-on-2. They're in dilemma. They're both on site. They've got one caught in the corner. They're going to try and lock around him with the showstopper. He was so focused on where to fire it. Didn't expect Kpiz to be behind them.
I'm gonna try to move on, but I'm still just...
Are you still looking for...
No, because it's past it. But the trickiest part about that is where it was on the mini-map was not where it was when we saw his angle. That's the part that gets me. Because if they're walking up long B, they're going to see it on that wall. So it has to be in like such an angle that you can barely see. I'm not sure. Anyways, I'll move past it. Because obviously Royals have been on a tear here on the attacking side now. They're looking to stop them from getting aggressive towards long B with that slow ARP thrown very deep. Again, leaving the Cypher to watch for any flakes coming through. Oh, the Bolt, she's going to spot them out. But they're still going to hold this. And I kind of like this crossfire because you're not going to expect the Cypher the position he's in. But we're going to see those smokes come down off the bat. And they do have the 3-man stack towards B. This is going to be kind of tough to push into. But they're given a lot of real estate here. Oh, those shock bolts.
Russ is the one that's going to try and sneak in. The camera this time is tucked in the corner. So it's going to give them the angle, but they do have the 3 here. They're well aware of the position. Location picked off now. They know where Shadow is now. They're going to push for it. They're going to try and get around the side there, but have they managed to catch Shadow? Hype will go down. Russ gets picked off as well, so Shadow doing the job. Peeks around the side. Meddo pops out, gets himself the spike carrier down. And now both stuck in window. Nothing really they can do from this one. Kasper, yeah, don't peek yet because you're going to lose your head because Shadow is covering this site off wonderfully. Does finally get down. Commentator's curse there, but Meddo now hops in. I'm not too sure that... Oh, I guess it was. No, actually, tell a lie. It was Shadow using the Neuro. But Meddo will take him down. It was Kasper that used it. I wasn't sure whether it was Meddo that used it for the 1. I was like, that seems a little bit of a waste. So 10-6, Jason. He's still stuck on that 1 round.
Well, I'm talking to chat, and they're like helping clarify it for me that it was on the TP wall. But okay, maybe it was free camming. That's what threw me off. Maybe okay, that was probably it then. So yeah, 100%. Now I'm okay. The wave they were free camming, I thought was the camera. So I thought he could see completely down that angle, but no, it was at an angle that he would see them only barely come around, and then the 2 flashpoints came in. Okay, so that makes way more sense. That free cam completely threw me off. I'm good. Mystery solved. I'm happy.
Good stuff. Good stuff. It was a great round. It was a great play. No doubt about it for FABRIKEN. And it's something that I'm sure people are going to try and replicate on public servers. So, it is going to be is that a 4-man into showers? It is. Well, LATEKS, he got all the information he needed. He did get hyped down, but it cost him. Here's will be a revive though, as Kpiz gets hyped back up on his feet. Shadow will work well once again. The rotate comes out from heaven, gets himself a triple, looking for the 4th. Doesn't matter, he's got support arriving now. And a great round defending from FABRIKEN there. Shadow single-handedly picking up the last 2 rounds.
Doing God's work here, Demon. And now potentially going to be on the penultimate round here for FABRIKEN if they can close this one out. I mean, it is a best of 3. We don't know what the second map's going to be, so it's not like the chance of Royals is going to be over just yet. But for FABRIKEN, just to have a strong start like that. Let's see what money they have. Yeah, Royals, they've got nothing. They're going to have to... I don't know if I fully agree with that Ghost Buy. Puts them on 1100. But with just the pistols, this is going to be tough. Like, this should be FABRIKEN getting to 12.
Oh, very aggressive down long. Peeking around the side, that's not going to work out. They are going into pistols, and it may well cost them certainly a weapon. They're going to try and chase down the second, but Shadow's there. He will get taken down. Some thrifty work coming in here because they've already picked off 3 of them. And this is so backfired by FABRIKEN. LATEKS, though, will stop one in his tracks. Kpiz is there. Quickly gets the other down. Spike carrier finally arriving on site. And the last man for FABRIKEN, well, there's going to be the slow orb, so not a lot he can do. We'll have to go for it, Leo. We'll get one down. Hype around the side. Tries to get the lucky spray, but not going to work out. And in the end, we'll go for the save.
So
what happened there, then?
I heard in Valorant, and even in Rank still, you can hit tab. There's this thing called tab. It's your scoreboard. And you can see the enemy's money and their ults. and they should have known they were only into pistols, and I think they probably did.
They did, yeah, that's why they pushed.
But, I mean...
It's a cocky play. It's a completely
too
cocky play, yeah.
Especially towards long B, just play the distance. You don't have to push into them. Maybe they want to stop the plant from going down to deny some extra money, but that was it's questionable.
Well, either way, the thrifty round pays off for the Royals and it keeps them in the map. It is a best of 3, so don't forget we will be moving on to a second and a potential third. Some top teams now starting to show through in the quarterfinals. Honestly, we looked at all 4 quarterfinals and could have covered every single one of them. We will be covering, I believe, 2 tonight anyway. Last I heard. Don't know which the other one will be. I guess it started from CS, right? FABRIKEN themselves had to play ASAP.
Yeah, they have another tournament, I believe, to play in.
A lot of events.
You know, if I was an admin, but I'm a terrible admin because I rule with an iron fist.
Yeah,
I'm like, we shouldn't have played another tournament.
Yep, yep.
No, obviously trying to make it so they can play in that one. And hey, they're looking already warmed up here. The Royals still fighting to stay alive. Got the solo operator coming through. And again, that time they push towards B, at least just get the angle, they get the initial kill, and we're starting to see Royals now lean towards the A site where 2 players will be waiting. Almost have the showstopper up. Still has the boom bot to get some early information. And I mean, this is gonna be a tough angle. Orbital strike comes through, there's the showstopper.
It's a 4-man
Oh,
hold,
it's an easy kill.
Just waits, just waits, just waits. Sees the spike carrier. They know he's in the corner, but it doesn't matter. He's going to get himself the double spray. Goes in, tries to get the showstopper. Wanted to boost higher than that, I think, from the blast pack. Still got the rocket fuse to go. That's going to run out. So that's a wasted showstopper. Doesn't matter, though. Comes around. Zyppan will find him. 12-7. We're on map point for FABRIKEN now as we move into potentially the final round of the map.
Oh, look at those 1-arm push-ups. Funny enough, I can do that myself with just my nose.
I mean, I don't want to say it, but, you know, my fiance did kind of mention, is he going to fit in the car with that nose?
Let's make
I mean, I don't want to say what I want to say right now because of the country we're in, but 12-7. FABRIKEN have 2 ults up. Orbital Strike and the Neural Theft, and Hype just immediately going to get aggressive towards short on the B side, and well, no one can test him off the bat. They're still going to lean 3 players there defensively for FABRIKEN. Really depending on the Sova and the Raze to hold on to the A site, but hey, we saw before with Zyppan, all you really need is him, just in an off angle. And the weaponry. Can we check the scoreboard one more time? I want to see what weapons they're using across the board. Okay, so yeah, not great. 1 Bulldog, 1 Sheriff. Tough times. I would almost give a gun to Kasper, considering he's top fragging.
Yeah, surprised, but ego is what they are. You know, you've got to hold what you can. Everybody's on the hunt for a position in a team at the moment. It's the Royals that are under pressure. Oh no, that orbital strike's right on top of them. It splits the team in half, and you've got to feel that, yeah, Zyppan's going to come out on top of that. Splits them both, will eventually go down, but the damage has been done. That's a triple. There's going to be the 4th going down, as DPS should be able to find him. And now as he tries to rush in on site, Kpiz wondering what else they can do. There is already a 4-man stack. The Rolling Thunder comes down. Poor old Kpiz. Not a lot he can do about this one. Meddo chases them down. And the first map will go to